Discover San Marcos. Today we're at McNabb Co Real Estate Services at 1920 Corporate Drive, Suite 201B, conveniently located off of Wonderworld Drive in Denton. I'm here with owner and broker Monica Malorgio. Monica, thank you so much for taking the time to be with me today. Tell us a little bit about your story. How long have you been a part of this community?
Well, I moved to San Marcos in the late 90s for undergrad and fell in love with it instantly, and almost 20 years later, I'm still here. I think what you hear a lot from especially recent graduates is that they do want to stay, but there is a little bit of an issue of a lack of that professional corporate level job. So I basically sought out to figure out what can I do so that I can stay here, build roots, and get into entrepreneurship.
Awesome. So have you always been a part of real estate?
I got involved in real estate in 2004. At the time I was getting my MBA and I was writing a business plan, and I just kind of had an aha moment, and in that moment realized that real estate was going to be the business that I was going to own. I already kind of had that entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
So that was there. It was more the question of what's the business going to be.
Okay.
I knew that being creative in the business world was what I wanted to do. So when I sort of had that aha moment and began to write my business plan in 2004, that's where all the concepts for McNabb Co started.
So you were already an agent at that time?
I was already an agent.
Okay.
It was not till July 20th, 2009 that everything actually came to fruition. So I spent 4 years writing a business plan, taking ideas, things that I loved from the agent perspective, things that I wanted to provide from the broker perspective. How could I be different? What would my competitive advantage be? How could I set myself apart from all these other firms when at the time I had maybe 3 years experience,
Right,
and was a little younger. So it was fun. It was an uphill battle, but here we are today, 9 years later.
sure. So it was very well thought out plan that you had. Probably what I loved most about working with you and getting to know you is just your drive, massive leadership skills that you have, and I feel like I'm just constantly learning from you. So can you share maybe some of your favorite things about being a broker?
There's so many. I think probably I feel the most proud when I have agents who have chosen not only real estate as a career, but me as their broker, which I take as a huge responsibility, who have been able to then take that career and buy their first home.
Sure.
That's really what makes me the most proud, is that I was able to facilitate something that they then can create a life from.
Right.
I also take a ton of pride in knowing that we really are family, and people say that all the time, and we're a work family, but I think we really are a work family. Everyone genuinely loves each other. Everyone is genuinely happy for each other, and that is really hard to find. And I that's the combination of all the people, not just me. It's the combination of everybody.
Yeah.
So.
And we're an eclectic group. What can you say about your agents?
Well, I think that we for sure have the best agents in San Marcos and beyond. And that's not to take away credit from all the wonderful people and mentors that I've met along the way. But I think that everyone is resilient. Everyone is a hard worker and, is open to learning, wants to learn, wants to do the continuing education. You've done a whole bunch of stuff and just expanded your role and your knowledge on your own. And just, again, to kind of do it for the family, that the buy-in that everyone has, that we are in this together. At the end of the day, we're a team.
Right. So I think what stands out here is, as we know, agents are competitive by nature, but I feel like we really do have a great team, and we do a lot of things in collaboration. So that's kind of the beauty here. I guess kind of an inside thing for me to share with others. How do you think McNabb Co. is a little bit different, or how we set ourselves apart from other brokerages?
Well, first and foremost, we're independent. And so, I've made a decision, and opportunities have come often, but I made a decision to remain independent and to not go with a big box company. I started in my home office, and actually 4 or 5 agents that are still here were in my home office with me on the floor with our laptops. I mean, that's how we started McNabb Co. It wasn't until 2 or 3 years later that we had the brick and mortar office, and then continued to grow. So I think that started from the bottom, now we're here mentality has stayed with us. And we kind of always feel a little bit like the underdog, and I'm okay with that. I like being the underdog, and I like surprising people that we can compete with any of the big box corporate companies.
Sure.
We can compete and we can win.
Sure. And there's been good momentum since you started. We've also grown with a property management team. So if you can talk about that a little bit.
Well, that was a lovely accident. It was not in my business plan. If you know me, I'm a planner, and there was no line in the business plan about property management. So that was sort of a lovely accident, and I'm just really grateful that in that moment I was smart enough to recognize an opportunity. Most people don't. Why? An opportunity does not come in a package with a bow and a bunch of, sparkle around it saying, I am an opportunity. It looks like a ton of work.
Right.
And so I'm just thankful that I was able to recognize that it was an opportunity, figure it out, get it done, and move into property management, which now we're managing, I think, 270 doors. So with virtually no advertising and no promoting whatsoever.
Right.
So
it's a true testament. So what type of services do we provide here?
We are definitely full service. So residential, commercial, I get asked about a lot. We do commercial for sure. I have 9 years of experience teaching a commercial finance course at Texas State in their business school. So we do lessons on that and training on that. We do commercial, of course, property management, but we also provide staging and photography and marketing brochures, and we've even done helping possible tenants with business plans in order to secure a lease. So I think that I would say that we are definitely open to going above and beyond.
Sure. So how can folks find you on social media?
We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're conveniently located right off of Wonder World, right behind the Garcias. And, of course, the World Wide Web, McNabbandco.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I'm Kimberly Adams. I'm a local realtor with McNabb Co Real Estate Services. And if you're looking to buy or sell, I'd love to chat and help you discover San Marcos.